Cousins.
All right, let's see here. What we're doing. It's still not giving me that option yet for some reason. All right. Good.
Sure. What's going on, everyone?
All right, let's just see here if we're getting any comments in here yet. We got a person watching, so all right. Just gonna just do the intro. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies Hot Stuff Videocast, and today we're going to be doing a live stream watch party with Mets Talk with Hayden. Now, guys, before getting into this live stream, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please share notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So we're watching the World Series here. We got Dylan Power in here, friend of the pod, Phillies Updates. Thank you so much for the shout out today, man. Appreciate that. Yeah. Yo, what's up? So Hayden, we're joined by Mets Talk with Hayden. I completely forgot to introduce you. I can't believe that. So we're excited to have a Met fan here. I've been on his live stream before. So Hayden, you just want to say hi to my followers?
Sorry about that. Yeah, what's going on, everyone? Mets Talk with Hayden is the name. Appreciate everyone for tuning into the stream, and of course, I want to thank Phillies Hot Stove for having me on the stream. As we know, I am a Mets fan. You can check me out, Mets Talk with Hayden.
He's a good guy.
I cover Mets content, but I do love to, go talk about everything. If there's a big signing, something big going on in MLB, I will cover it. Just like Phillies Hot Stove, I have been covering the postseason recaps, previews, all that great stuff. So if you guys want to check that out, that would be appreciated. Otherwise, let's go. Good game tonight. Let's go Braves. Let's go Astros, whoever you guys are rooting for.
Yeah, so if you just want to just say maybe who you're rooting for, maybe kind of maybe get you for that.
I mean, let's see. I'm wearing the Acuna jersey, and then I'm wearing the Astros hat. So it's like, both of us Mets and Phillies, both rivals of the Braves. Personally, I could care less that it's a division rival.
Right.
And with the Astros, I could really care less about the cheating. I think a lot of people are kind of over it.
Yeah.
Unless you're a Yankees or Dodgers fan, you have a right to be.
Right.
I wouldn't mind seeing the Braves win tonight, but then I wouldn't really care if the Astros win. So honestly, I'm a casual for this game.
Right. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah, I'm not rooting for anybody really. I mean, I don't really care because it doesn't impact my team. So I'm just kind of just sitting back and watching. I was devastated when the Nationals won the World Series 2 years ago. That was awful. That was awful. I was devastated when that happened. That I will say, but. So what's going on? Because I missed the whole first inning, so I don't even know. So it looked like somebody got. Yeah, Cody's my guy that always likes to talk about this kind of stuff. So maybe he can fill it in. We got the game up on my iPad here. You got it up too?
Yeah, give me 1 second.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up, and I just don't want the audio blast.
Oh, yeah, cool. Zach Greinke, this is going to be interesting. He's got a 1-0 lead. All right, let's get some people in the chat here. Let's get active, people. Come on.
All right, game is up for me. We have a 1-0 lead for Zach Greinke already. Not sure how that run was scored.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Look-see. Most likely a solo home run. We have been seeing a lot of, especially from an Astros lineup, that could provide a lot of power.
Right.
It was a boring RBI ground out from Carlos Correa. All right.
Oh, it was.
Nothing too exciting.
Interesting. Yeah. Where do you think he's going to go, by the way? Do you think he's going to go over to you guys, or what do you think is going to happen there?
Yeah. I mean, Correa is going to test the market, obviously, regardless if he wins the World Series or not. He's still leaving Houston. Houston doesn't have enough money to pay him. Correa is a guy who's going to want big bucks, and honestly, I could see him getting a decade-long contract, getting anywhere from Lindor, Harper money. I could easily see him getting 9, 10 years, 11 years for $300 million.
I mean, I don't know if he's worth that, but yeah. I mean, he's good. I mean, he'll fly ball out right there, but how about he said the orange? He made that reference to the Mets. So that was like when he's still in contract with the Astros. Well, you can't be doing that.
Yeah.
I'm sure you weren't hurt by it, but, I was.
I mean, listen, Correa is a great guy. He's very versatile. I mean, you could throw him at third. You could put him at shortstop. He's obviously going to test the market as a shortstop. That way you make more money.
Right.
At third base, he has the range. He has the cannon of an arm. He could easily throw the ball from third base to the first baseman with an easy 90 mile per hour, 95 miles per hour. He has great velocity on his throwing arm. Offensively, he'll hit for some power, hit for some, balls hit the opposite way. Sprint speeds, whatever, he could work on that, but I easily think he's a great player. If the Mets get him, they'll put him over to third base. And for the current stage of the Mets, I'd be happy for that. Obviously,
I think that'd work, especially if you let Lindor go, or Baez go, which is probably going to happen. I don't know.
Yeah, you put Baez at second.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. Yeah. What's going on, man? We need to get him on here sometime too. Have you had a collab yet with MLB Chatterbox?
I've not, but I've checked out some of his stuff.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Yeah, you should check him out. Yeah. What's going on, man? All right, it looks like this. I don't know if Matt's one of your guys, maybe. Looks like
most definitely is.
The David Wright should tell you everything you need to know. Yeah. Is that Granky? This guy is just. You ever watch that documentary on him with? I think it was Baseball Doesn't Exist. It was about how he got called up to the big leagues and then he wanted to go back down because he wanted to be a shortstop. Do you ever see that?
I did not, but I know Zach Greinke has an interesting personality.
Yeah, very. I think he has like a like a mental disorder or something like that. Like he has a mental problem.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear that.
Yeah. Sir. Nice. All right, Ozzie Albies. You a fan of Ozzie Albies?
Yeah, Ozzie Albies is a nice guy, nice second baseman, easily a guy who defensively is there, offensively he's there.
Right.
I mean, as a Mets fan, I don't like him, but as a baseball fan, you gotta love him.
Right. All right, we got one of your buddies in here again, Hayden. I don't know who this is, but I assume you probably know him.
We'll see.
All right, let's see. Oh my gosh, another step off.
We got a 2-2 count here.
Yeah.
Greinke.
Oh, you're ahead of me. You're ahead of me.
Really? Well, what's your count?
Mine says 2-1. I don't understand. My feed is always behind because we used to have Verizon, or we used to have Xfinity when I used to live in my old house, and now we have Verizon. I thought maybe things would change, but apparently not. One thing I do miss about my old house is I loved like being able to record in that old studio, like with the brick background. I love that. Like that's one thing I really miss. I really like that old furniture. That was such a baseball look, like with the green furniture in the background and like that brick. Like that was awesome. That's one thing I really miss about that. But this is a nice. I mean, I got the backdrop right there. It was really echoey in here before, but I got the carpet down so that will absorb the sound. So, it's just doing its work.
Whatever works for us. So we will have Ozzie Albies be rung up on a strikeout from Greinke. So we will have 2 away.
Oh wow!
For the Braves lineup. So far, you have Greinke getting out of a jam. He had a leadoff hit, I believe. But right now, he's getting the job done, and that's what you could ask for. We know there was concern that there was going to be a bullpen game today. Yep. And if you're the Astros, you would like to win this game. You don't want to have a 3-1 game. You'd like it to be 2.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, when you fall behind in this whole like 3-1 like that, it's almost insurmountable. It just is. Oh wow! I think he got Rosario to fly out, then and Freeman hit the rope single to center, and then he just struck out Albies. So the Astros could have gotten way more out of that last inning. I mean, they had bases loaded, 1 out. They got only that RBI ground out from Correa, and they could have gotten way more.
Yeah,
here's what it is for them. But
run's a run. Gotta create. That's my mentality of winning.
I do think that Astros will win tonight. because they have a lot of pressure on him right now, and I think that it seems like they're kind of like. And also, you see that stat they put out that the team that scored first in the postseason, what is it, like 26 and no, I think now it's probably like 27-7, something like that. It's crazy. If you score first, it just puts enormous amount of pressure on the other team. Thoughts on Fuzzy as a YouTuber? I'll go first, I guess. But I think he has good content, but I just don't like the same music he always plays in his videos all the time. That really annoys me. Like, I don't like music to begin with in your videos, but especially since he always seems to play the same exact music every video, it kind of gets on my nerves. I mean, I kind of like him because he's a Vegas boy and he loves Harper, but like, I guess I like him. How about you, Hayden?
Yeah, he's a cool guy. I have no complaints.
Mm-hmm. How about Draftneck Mark, though, fellow Met fan? I'm sure you probably like him since he says a lot of things that agree with you. Yeah, you agree with.
Yeah, he's a cool guy.
Yeah.
So let's see another 2-2 count here from Greg to.
Yeah, of course. Mine just turned 1-2. I don't understand why I'm so behind. What are you watching on?
I'm watching it on Bill of Sport.
Oh, well, that's probably right.
So yeah, we see Greinke's really throwing. I mean, he's a guy who's really only going on 2 pitches tonight: the 4-seamer and the slider. So. It's working for him. It really is. I mean, those are 2 good pitching combinations.
Oh, wow. Yeah. He just tried to go down the way. I'm sure that you already saw that.
And Riley will hit that one shallow, and that will not drop, and that will be caught by Kyle Tucker for 3 outs. So the Astros will go up for their turn to bat in the top of this.
Well, how cool would it be for Dusty Baker to win a World Series? A guy that just didn't seem to get a lot of success, with when he was, with the Nationals those 2 years, got knocked down in the first round. And it seemed like he kind of was like the front of their, like, he got the front of the blame for them, even though in my opinion, I don't really think he deserved it. It seemed like everybody wanted to point the finger at him, which was kind of ridiculous. And then you bring in Martinez, and then the Nationals just have a mediocre, first year, and then they lose Harper, and then of course, they won the World Series. But
yeah.
That's what happened. Yeah, Hayden is a good announcer, no cap.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, that's the thing about managers. One could strive with one team, and another one could just be completely terrible.
Right. A lot of it's just luck, and unfortunately, someone has to take the blame.
Gabe Kapler.
Yeah. Right. Wow. Yeah. I just was going to talk about that. What are your thoughts on the Giants getting the first round exit like that? I mean, honestly, it could have went either way. I mean. It's like they played a team that was one game worse than them. I mean, it was so close.
I mean, realistically, but when, the preseason, I had the Giants finishing like 82-82. I had them as a 500 team. I didn't expect them having 100 wins. Right. I give them props for doing what they needed to do this season. I mean, their veterans really stepped up to the core. Brandon Belt, Crawford, Posey. Posey had a nice bounce back season, no doubt. Yeah, and otherwise, I mean, those guys really stood up. Even, the guys like Lamont Wade Jr. and some of the guys who aren't very well known around baseball really stepped up. I mean, on paper.
Darren Ruff.
Yeah, on paper, this Giants team didn't look good. They looked like.
Even Mike Krzyzewski.
Yeah, on paper, these guys did not look good. I mean, you look at a guy like Crawford who.
He's an MVP candidate.
Yeah, who's going to have a low average.
He's not going to win, but he's going to get votes.
Yeah, he'll have a low average, low on percentage, but then he'll smash, 30 homers and, like 85 RBIs. So that really
defense.
And then you got the defense, of course, too. Absolutely.
Yep. I got Isha coming in here. Hey, what's going on? Nice to see you. I'm good. How are you? And she said hi to you as well, Hayden.
What's going on? Yeah, I mean, good season for the Giants. We know what they're capable of. They got Chris Bryant. Big piece, too. I think Bryant's going to stay in San Francisco.
I do, too. Yep.
I think they'll throw him a nice contract.
Makes sense there.
Yeah, I mean, they're a veteran old squad. They want some young prime players. Chris Bryant, 30 years old. Great candidate for that. And, yeah, we'll see.
It's going to be fun to see what happens there because I think that this is going to be very exciting. This is going to be a very exciting free agency coming up, man.
Yeah, it's going to be a good matchup. Where
do you see Max going?
Scherzer?
Yeah. I see him kind of staying. I think he's going to stay.
How old is he? 37,
I
38.
think, yeah, it's 37, I think.
He's going to get like a 1-2 year deal. I mean,
Yeah. He's a Hall of Famer, man. That guy.
Oh, yeah. That's like the one guy, like, I don't know. Like, I want to say the Dodgers. He's not going back to the Nationals.
No, because their reign is over.
I mean, maybe I could see the Mets being a possible option. They had interest back in July. He had the no trade clause, but now it's pretty much irrelevant.
Yeah.
Maybe the Mets will be in talks. I could see
They
the
probably
Dodgers.
will.
Call me nuts. I could see the Angels.
Yep.
The Rays.
Yeah.
Honestly, the Rays would be a good pick because you know you're gonna get him short. You're not gonna have to give him a lot of money. So I could
seems
see
like a kind of Rays type move. You know, like the Nelson. Like obviously Nelson Cruz is an offensive player, but you know what I'm saying. Like kind of like the older veteran. Like I don't know. It just kind of seems like a move they make. Is Hayden rooting for the cheaters? Aisha wants to know.
I actually got the Braves jersey on and the Astros hat on, so I'm just repping the World Series matchup.
You get all this money to get all these Yankees jerseys, man. I still have like half of my closet Majestic.
Yeah, mine too. I mean, I have this from this season, 150.
Yeah. Is the All-Star game patch on there?
It is. It is. I got this back in.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Yeah. All right. Astros leading 1-0. Yep. All right, and then Luke, are you rooting for the Astros too? I'm not rooting for anybody.
Greinke! Hey!
What happened?
Zach Greinke hit it. Got a hit. Let's go.
Wow. I've not seen it yet. I'm so disappointed that I'm not.
First pitcher with the hit in the world.
He's not a bad hitter at all. I remember he hit a home run against the Phillies in 2015 and he was on the Dodgers.
He is the first pitcher since 2016, Corey Kluber, to get a hit in the World Series.
That's sad.
That's crazy.
You know why? Because they're in such a short leash. Yeah, so I'm not rooting for anybody. I'm just covering objectively. Verlander is a free agent. Yeah, well, I think he's going to call it quits. Yep, down there up the middle. Yep, nice.
Gio, honestly, I could see Verlander. He's like 38, 39. I could see Houston giving him another maybe 1-year deal. Call me nuts. I could see him going back to Detroit. It's the team he started off with. It's the team that made him famous. They were in a rebuild squad. Well, they're done with their rebuild, in my opinion. The Tigers, they're going to be buying this offseason. AJ Hinch is there, and you got a lot of young pitchers and prospects. Casey Mize, Skubal, Turnbull, Matt Manning. A lot of these guys are going to need coaching. Justin Verlander is a great candidate for that.
Right. Why not just go back to the place it all started? 2011 MVP.
Tigers and Astros are my two picks. I mean, there were some rumors that he may go to the Yankees. I think that's terrible.
Yeah, I think the Tigers make sense, or he's just going to call it quits. All right, we got a question for you, Hayden. Ishia Robertson. Does Hayden like other sports besides baseball?
I do. Baseball is my number one sport. That is my most knowledgeable sport. I am, to an extent, a fair football fan. I am a fan of the Denver Broncos. How did that get started? Well, it's a good question. In 2015, 2016, Peyton Manning, World Series. So I got into that.
Super Bowl, you mean? Yeah, I know what you mean, though.
Wait, what did I say?
You said World Series.
Oh, Super Bowl.
I know what you mean. I get it. I love that Super Bowl when Cam Newton ran off was such a baby in the press conference, and he's like,
yeah,
he made Bill Belichick look like a fool.
That's when you had the squad: Chubb, Miller, Manning. I mean, that's when they had the real squad there.
Tom Brady leaving the Patriots made Bill Belichick look like the biggest moron. I like Bill Belichick, but and I like Tom Brady. But it wasn't. It just I just think him leaving just wasn't. I think they kind of thought he was washed, and he's like, well, guess what? I'm not. The guy's just amazing. The fact that he's still performing at this level, it's just it's just amazing,
Yeah.
He just leaves New England and then he starts a new dynasty elsewhere. I just think that's just it's amazing.
So we have
not respect that.
2 out and 2 on for Michael Brantley.
Oh, also, I guess Altuve didn't do anything.
Now Altuve lined out to third to Austin Riley. So we have
Wow, what a play.
And Greinke on second, Maldonado on first with Michael Brantley, a guy who been having a nice postseason so far. 5 hits in this World Series so far. So Brantley is very much made for the playoffs, and he will little dribbler hit to Ozzy Albies, and Albies will take that one to Friedman, and that will retire.
Wow.
Inning.
The shame on the Astros for not doing anything. Devin Reed, what's up, Hayden and Phillies House? What is going on, Devin?
Hold on, Devin.
Yeah. All right, Luke. Good luck with your Eagles tomorrow. Thank you. They're done. Cowboys are going to win it. Not the whole thing, just the division.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I listen. I haven't even got the Astros are still up for me. I don't understand what. Who's the rookie making his debut? Hayden, you got me on this one.
I think it's Kyle Wright, no?
Oh no.
I think it's.
Oh my gosh, I completely forgot about Kyle Wright. The Braves had. What did I forget about Kyle Wright?
No, it's not Kyle Wright.
I know it's not Kyle Wright, but I just remember Kyle Wright. I've been talking about how great the Braves pitching is, and I completely forgot the name Kyle Wright for some reason.
He's a bullpen guy. I forgot who he is. Is it Lee? I think it's Lee. Yeah, Dylan Lee. No, it's not. Who is it? Who's making their debut tonight?
Here, I'll find out. I got the Twitter.
Yeah, Devin. I know who you're talking about. I saw it like a million times before.
Is Devin one of your guys?
He
like
is.
One of your subscribers?
He is a Mets fan, I believe.
It's kind of cool how like some of your fans are coming in here.
Yeah. Link on Twitter. So
is it Dylan? Is it Dylan Lee?
I believe so.
Yes, it's Dylan Lee. Welcome to the show, Dylan Lee. What a time to make your first career start.
You're not baseball encyclopedia.
Yeah, it's Dylan Lee. Yep.
World Series edition.
Yeah, anytime you see like the Twitter blow up about a certain name like that, you kind of know what it. Yep, there it is.
Yeah,
what is this commercial? And he's like, the one constant throughout the years is baseball. What is that from? Is that from Field of Dreams?
I think so.
Yeah, because I feel like I've heard that somewhere. Yeah, yep.
Yeah, the last time we had this was in 2015, and it was for the Kansas City Royals. And we don't need to talk about who they were playing, but
I think we do. We do. Yeah, what was that? How did that series end for you guys?
Well, David Wright hit a World Series home run, but unfortunately, some bad defense came the next way. You know, Daniel Murphy, a little ball.
Eric Hosmer. Oh my God! Do you ever see that video of the Daniel Murphy horrible defense of lowlights? Like they went through his whole career and all the bad defensive plays that he made.
Daniel Murphy was one of the worst defenders.
He's horrible defensively. Yeah,
61 OAA since 2016. That is trash.
Yeah, he's a horrible defender.
Trash. I mean, I can only imagine what his defensive run saved are. It's in the negative, no doubt.
Oh yeah, it's gotta be. Yeah.
I don't know how much into analytics you are, but
did you ever see that video of him? Oh my gosh. Of that like that defensive low light thing. It had like you had a bad day. I could play that song in the background. Yeah.
I seen the one someone made that for Jed Lowry.
Yeah.
That's like
Mets legend Jed Lowry.
Yeah.
We got to. What did he even? He didn't even play a game, did he?
He had like 5 at bats, and they were like all like ground out. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Tough. It was tough.
Yeah. Luke, I saw your video when you had Broads on. That's dope. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, he's a true gentleman. Did me a big favor. You know, he's busy. You know, he didn't have to do that, and it was nice of him to do it. Hayden loves Alonso. Yeah. Sadly, he does. Hey, you should switch over to being a Phillies fan, G. I think you like being a Phillies fan more.
We'll see. We'll see.
Good prospects for the Phillies. Bryson Scott is my number one favorite. I mean, I will like Andrew Painter. You know, but Bryson Scott's my number one. Because look what he's doing in the Arizona Fall League right now. I mean, look what he's doing in the Arizona Fall League right now. I mean, he's totally lighting up. I mean, I'm just so impressed with what he's been able to do. You know, he's getting ready for next year. He really is. He's just getting ready for next year.
You guys got a pitcher, Andrew Painter, right?
Yep, man, I like Andrew Painter, yeah. Yep. And Micah Bell, too. I mean, I honestly, Dave Dombrowski loves Micah Bell. I think that, like, he's like, that's like his boy. Like, it's pretty obvious. He made that, like, clear in his press conference when he got here. He's like, I'm not getting rid of him. That's what he said about Miguel Cabrera, though. So that, I don't know. When he was with Detroit. Or no, when he was with, Miami. Or no, or Florida, I mean. But, well, no. Did he trade? No, he traded Miguel Cabrera, right? That's when he said when he was with Florida, yeah. It's kind of confusing because he was with the Tigers, yeah. Yeah, that's what he said when he was with the Marlins. Yeah, he's like, I'm never going to get rid of him, and then he did.
Yeah, I mean, the Mets have a lot of good prospects. I don't know how familiar you are with the Mets farm system.
I'm not really familiar. All I know is that they gave up half of it when they traded for Robinson Cano and Edwin Diaz in 2018.
It wasn't that much. It was only, I mean, besides, it was really only two big guys.
You said their names, I know.
Just Jared Kelenic, and if you want to consider Justin Dunn a huge guy, okay. They've really built back a lot. I will say that is one good thing the Mets did was they really built back, especially in 2019. That was one of the biggest drafts for them. But so far, some good guys to look out for the Mets, and I'm sure you'll hear their names playing in the Arizona Fall League with Torkelson. Someone commented that Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty is a guy who easily is going to be a great guy once he comes up. He will be an elite third baseman.
Right.
He's hitting like he's already in the major league level. His defense is pretty on fleek, has nice power, hits for the other way. We have a lot of other guys, Mark Vientos, Ronnie Mauricio. We got some other guys going down the list. Francisco Alvarez, I believe you've heard of him. He's our
I think that name sounds familiar, yeah.
Number one prospect, eighth best overall prospect in baseball.
Right.
Really elite. He's hitting 19 years old, and he has the plate discipline of a veteran. It's crazy.
Yeah. You say that kind of reminds me of Juan Soto, a guy who looks like he's been doing it for years, and he's only 23 years old. That's impressive. Our farm system is ranked 27th in baseball. And also, how about Hans Krause? I think he's ranked, what is he, like number 4 or 5? I think he's 4, but he was a guy that we got in the Spencer Howard trade. Hard to believe.
He
came over with Gibson and Kennedy. What's up?
Who?
Hans Krause. Painter, better join rotation. Yes, I've seen his numbers. He's great. He's a lot of potential, man. That guy can throw. I mean, look, he's only like a year older than me. Look at his velo, man, on his fastball, man. Whew. It's impressive. Hayden, do you want Baez back? This is what Ashia said.
Yeah. Overall, I think the basic question is yes. A little summary with Baez. When Baez first came to the Mets, I wasn't super crazy about him. I was like, he's a guy who strikes out a lot, kind of a home run or nothing hitter. Yep. He came to the Mets and he literally said, Hayden, shut the hell up. Everyone else shut the hell up. And he pretty much owned everyone. This dude came to the Mets. He mashed. We saw his power was there. He smashed 9 home runs in like 2 months. Smashed power. He started going the opposite field the other way for some power, which you don't see that a lot, especially in an infielder or a second baseman or shortstop. You don't see natural shortstops have that much power to go the other way. He went the other way. His walk rate went up drastically.
Because he wasn't good at that either. He was awful with that.
Chase rate, he was being much more of a selective hitter. His strikeout rate decreased incredibly. I think he had one of the best strikeout rates in September in Major League Baseball. I think he was like number 10 or something like that. Crazy. This was a dude who looked great. Defensively, he's fine. Some of his errors could be like a Bo Bichette or Tatis style where he'll field the ball fine. He does have some throwing errors, so he'll make Alonso.
Right. That's just mechanic stuff.
Yeah, and I mean, Alonso did bail him out. Alonso was a great scooper at first base.
Alonso Ron Howard a little bit with that. Yep, he could really scoop out the baseball.
Yeah. So overall, yes, I would love Baez back. It depends what you're going to give him. I honestly have no problem if the Mets offer Baez anywhere from 4 to 6 years, 150 to 170 million. I think that's nice.
Right. Yeah, good point. I'm excited. I'm assuming this is for you.
He's a Tigers prospect.
I feel like I've heard that name somewhere. Yeah.
Spencer Torkelson, yeah, he's the
Oh,
fourth.
yeah, I know. Yeah, Spencer. Yep.
He is.
Yeah, I heard he's going to be good too.
He's questionable where you're going to put him. You could put him at first base or you could put him at third base. Just for the sanity of the Tigers, if they that's things. I mean, do you move Candelario? I don't know. Personally, I think you could probably throw him at third base. He's in AAA, so he's in the fall league right now. We saw him with Brett Batty. They were having some conversations to future great third basemen. I couldn't tell you so much about him. I don't know the Tigers farm system as well, but I easily see him getting called up in a year or two.
Right. Good point. All right. What are you gonna do with Cano? Oh, let's hear this.
Listen,
you got the best of it this past year because you didn't have to pay anything.
Yeah,
so it all worked out.
Cano, we have $40 million to give this guy for the next 2 years. Do you want another Bobby Bonilla day? Absolutely. I think that would look pretty silly if you have to give this guy if you have to give Cano $1 million for the next. I'm not good at math, but you know what I'm trying to say. For the next,
I feel you. Yep.
Is personally, people are saying you could get something with Cano. You could 100%. However, it's not as a starting position. You can't put him at second. You can't put him at third. I think he could be maybe a bench back. People talk about the chemistry. You know, he's a veteran. A lot of guys would respect him, but he cheated. So I don't know how well that's going to go in the clubhouse with a lot of these guys. Guys that have
twice. He didn't just do it once. He did it twice.
Yeah, but he did it with the Mets. So I think that may just
exactly
look good. So, I mean, you have these all-power guys like Pete Alonso and Javi Baez. I don't know how they're going to fit with a guy cheating for – it wasn't so much he was cheating for power. He was cheating PED so he could enhance his ability to play because he was injured. Personally, I have no problem just buying out his contract. I don't think you're really going to – you can get something out of him, but I'd rather have someone else on the bench than Cano. So I just give him the $40 million up straight and say, get lost.
Right. Yeah. He honestly, I don't think he's the best clubhouse guy either. I don't. He wasn't great in Seattle in the clubhouse. I didn't think. He's
clutch. He could hit. I just don't really want him on the Mets.
Yeah, he's past his prime. Yeah, and it's his fault because I thought maybe after 2020, maybe he was like kind of coming back a little bit because he had a decent season, I think, in 2020 in that shortened season.
He cheated.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, before I found out that he cheated. All right, he can DH since he's coming back to the NL. Well, yeah, nothing's confirmed yet, though.
You could DH him. That's true, but the Mets have 1 million DH candidates right now. It's questionable. What are you doing with Dominic Smith? He could be a DH candidate.
Yep. He's a horrible defender. Oh, my gosh. Smith.
Yeah, he really is. So
he's doing consistent offensively, too. I think that.
Yeah. He's a bench player, in my opinion. So if you were to give him, my opinion, he's a bench player. I don't think he has the DH role. JD Davis is questionable. What do you do with him? Right. Personally, if there's a DH, honestly, I really could. We have so many options right now for the DH. You could have Dominic Smith. You could have JD Davis. You could have, if you really want to say, if you get a guy, Castellanos. If the Mets get Castellanos, he is your DH. I do not want Castellanos in left field. He is in the single percentile for OAA, and he has a negative defensive run saved. He's a terrible defender. Castellanos would be a DH. However, I don't really want him on the Mets anyway. So, but as a DH, I'd be okay with that. Castellanos, you have a lot of other candidates. So that's really what it comes down to. And especially if they bring in a guy else. So Mets have a lot of options for the designated hitter spot. Will it be a consistent DH every day? I don't know. Like, is it going to be like, the Yankees' main DH is Giancarlo Stanton because he can't play the outfield as much because of that knee injury? Maybe, but we'll have to see. Is it like, who's ever, kind of injured on the Mets 100% well, you could put them in the DH spot? That's a possibility. The Mets got a lot of good picks, but I just don't really want Cano on the team anymore. I don't know how much you'll get out of him, but
right. All right. Would you put Cano at?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean,
yep.
Let me see. Let me look at the Mets 26-man roster and see exactly who you have. So, I mean, it's questionable. I mean, You got J.D. Davis. I don't really think Luis Guillorme is set to be an everyday player. Khalil is not set to be an everyday player or that position. I mean, the best candidates right now for the DH role are J.D. Davis and Dominic Smith. J.D. Davis would be my number one DH because he can't play anywhere. He's terrible at third base. He can't throw the ground ball. He takes the ball and he holds it for 10 seconds and stares at it and lets the runner step on first. And then he's like, oh, right, I have to throw it. And then he'll throw it to Alonso.
Yeah. He does kind of do it. He really hesitates before he throws the. I did kind of realize that. Yeah. He takes his time. Yeah. It's lack of confidence. Trade Cano to the Phillies. Oh, I'm joking, Luke. Oh yeah, you didn't have to even say the last 3 words. Trust me.
Hey, listen, I'm sure he could play better defense than Alec Bohm.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Right. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see.
Right, what's going on in the game here?
Yeah. So
getting interviewed. Ooh, man. I like that interview with Lance McCullers Jr. the other night. I thought that was a good interview. I don't know. Was that last night or 2 nights ago?
It was 2 nights ago. Yeah, I like how he does that.
Good, I thought. Very mature, respectful. Yeah. Alvarez needs to step it up. If you're an Astros fan, he's got to step up because he's not really been that great, I don't think.
Alvarez, he's been okay. Yeah, he's been pretty good this postseason, I'd say.
Yeah.
He just took a walk there, so we will see if Carlos Correa, the man who has been relevant in baseball now, what he could do with a runner on, try to crack open this ball game a bit more with one swing of the bat.
All right.
We will see. So they're doing some interview here, it seems.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. Oh, Correa hits that one, and that will drop in for a base hit.
All right.
As we'll pull in at second, Rosario will grab that and throw that in. So we have a 1-out single for Carlos Correa with runners on first and second for Kyle Tucker.
Dude, literally, Alvarez is still hitting for me.
Really?
Yes.
Damn. I mean, I could say oh wow, he a moonshot home run or something. Sucks because of the Phillies.
Wait. Who will the Phillies go after this offseason? I can't really tell you specific name. I could tell you the market they're going to be going after. I mean, they're definitely going to be looking at maybe a low average starter, I'd say. A guy I said they maybe wouldn't do it, but I think that they do maybe need another low average starter. I'm trying to think about who would be a really good fit. I'm going to say a guy who eats a lot of innings, and the big problem with the Phillies rotation is it does not eat innings. So I think they need a guy who eats almost like a Rick Porcello type, but a lot better.
Yeah, you don't want.
Yeah, I don't want Rick Porcello. I don't want honestly the lower leverage starter pitching market this year isn't great. I wasn't real impressed with some of the names, so that's why I'm not really going to cheer Robertson. This is disappointing because if the Phillies hadn't choked, my job at Citi Field would had us working the Division Series in Philly. Yeah. But the Phillies could be here right now.
It's a pretty cool job to have.
Yeah. How many home runs will Alonso hit when he's done with his career? Also, which Met should be given an extension?
Wow. This is great. Yeah, Jay, you're asking the best questions about my boy. Alonso, he has 100 and I feel dumb for not knowing this. He has 100 and something. He has 106 home runs in how many games? He has 106 home runs in 2.5 years theoretically, because you really don't want to say 2020 was a full year.
Right.
But I mean, Alonso had a great season. You really see his power. 106 home runs in 561 at bats. That's pretty good. I could easily see Alonso. He is 26 right now, 27.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly see him being on pace for 450, 500. And
I think you DM me about this. I remember. I think you asked me how many home runs do you think Alonso's going to hit in his career. I think I said 500, didn't I? Like at least close to 500.
And then which Met should be given an extension? You pretty much asked that Pete Alonso. I think, Pete Alonso and Brandon Nimmo, I think, are the best two guys for an extension, obviously. You just got to have Nimmo healthy, and then I'll offer Nimmo an extension. But Alonso, I would not mind giving an extension like this or next. I give it to him next offseason just because you have a lot to do. This offseason would be great. But, yeah, I'd definitely give Alonso an extension.
All right. Another question here. Mets really need a new third baseman.
They do. That's the one thing they definitely need. Phillies also need a third baseman. I mean, is Alex?
Yeah, I mean, I think that like getting Bobby Dickerson back and wait, did I say that? Yeah, Bobby Dickerson back and like he's done a great job. Like like went in 2019 with our infield and like it was one of the best. So like our defense. So and hopefully he can get us back to that. Because when he left, it like took a huge downfall. So, and he's basically working with the same amount of guys, like the same type of guys. Of course, like Cesar isn't here anymore. Franco isn't here anymore. But like he's working with Gene. He's working with Reese. So like that gives me some hope. It gives me some hope. But honestly, Didi and Alec Boehm on the left side of the infield, like that's a recipe for disaster. It's almost like the two naughty boys in school. Like how bad they're gonna be.
Gotcha.
Yeah, that was a good analogy. Luke, do you think that the Phillies will sign Freeman to play first base and then trade Hoskins for a big name arm? That'd be interesting. That would be really cool. That'd be really cool to steal a player from a big division rival. I think that'd really make a lot of people upset. What happened there, Hayden?
Okay, I get it. Never mind. Yeah, bases low. Okay, no, it's 2-1, and you walk Gurriel to load the bases, but then Greinke's up. Greinke is up, bases loaded. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, he's gonna get another hit here, I bet. And then trade Hoskins for a big name. That honestly, that would be an interesting proposal. I just don't see that happening because I see Freeman being a Brave for life, but I can't see him like leaving them. But that would definitely be an interesting turn of events. Yo, I don't know if this is one of your guys. Yep, it is. Is this a question for me? Well, I guess I'm going to answer it. My favorite is Bryce Harper, of course, and I love his flair and the passion the most, and the chosen one, right, since the age of 16. Even before, I mean, all his life he showed, flair and passion you got from his dad. Just watching him being a blue collar worker and work as an iron worker, man. I mean, I think that's really. Like he's always wanted to be like his dad, and he said that pretty much his whole life. So, kind of model after his dad. So, I just how can you not love Bryce Harper, man? Braves be stupid to let Freeman walk. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Harper is back to his MVP style. I mean, like he is, but like I feel like people are kind of like I feel like he kind of had some underrated years from I'm going to say 2017 to 2020. Like 2016 was just average just because he played hurt. But like no one can prove it, but like it was pretty obvious that he played hurt. But like 2017 would have been an MVP year if he wouldn't have had that hyperextended knee injury in August of 2017 against the San Francisco Giants at home at Nationals Park. 2018 he was, I think he also was playing hurt in the second half. And wow, that was so close. Did you see that?
I did.
It wasn't that close, but and then 2019 was his first year in the Phils, like big adjustment. Just became a father. 2020, I mean, how well can you fault him for 2020? Had like a near, I think, like upper 900 OPS anyway. And he kind of just fell off. Like he had some back problems in the second half of the 2020 season, which of course was just so short. He played like an MVP in the first half of 2020, and then of course 2021. Like he's all settled in. This is that was his third year at the Phils. He's comfortable there. It's a full season. Like honestly, he wasn't fully healthy. He spent some time in the IL. Like he had like that face injury, and then he did suffer with some back sores at the beginning of the season. So like he wasn't perfectly healthy, and like he did have an MVP season. You're right. I think all the big first basemen are staying with their current teams. What do you think about Hayden? I tend to agree with that for the most part.
Okay, so let's look at the big first basemen. Vlad Guerrero Jr., he's staying. Matt Olson, he's staying, I think.
Really? That market? I heard that they're going to like really just blow it up. That's what I heard the other day because of
they're going to trade Chapman first, in my
Bob Melvin hiring with San Diego. I heard that's the beginning of the end for.
Yeah, I mean Guerrero is staying. I think Olson's going to stay for now. Who are some big first basemen right now? I mean, Joey Votto is clearly staying. I mean,
he's staying. He's a Red for life, man. He's not going anywhere.
Who else we got? Let me brainstorm. Give me 1 second. I mean, Pete Alonso, he's easily staying, no doubt about that.
Yep. As of now, yeah, he's in a big market, so he'll probably stay.
Let's see some first baseman. MLB first baseman 2021. Trying to think of some big first basemen out there, but I need him in front of me to actually. Okay, so Freddie Freeman, I think he will stay with the Braves. Paul Goldschmidt, he's going to stay with the Cardinals. Rizzo, I think Rizzo's probably going to stay with the Yankees.
I don't know about that. I could kind of see him walking. Where would he go, though? That's the thing. Like, what team would?
He says he wants to stay, so
that'd be interesting.
Yankees would easily give him.
I like him on the Yankees.
I don't know. Yankees, they're a whole other topic. But
yeah, right.
Eric Hosmer, I don't know.
That's what ruined it. That's apparently a rumor as to why they had a big downfall because he's loved in the clubhouse and they had thoughts about maybe a trade rumor, and that really set off the vibe.
Yeah,
that's the rumor I
heard. Brandon Belt, I think he'll stay.
Yeah, this is a good question.
Cabrera is going to stay. I think Zimmerman's probably going to retire.
Yeah, he's going.
Trying to think. Alonso is definitely staying with the Mets, 1,000,000%. I'm trying to think who else is out there. Jose Abreu is staying. If you count Cody Bellinger as a first baseman, I don't know what.
Yeah, I don't even know anymore with that guy.
He's staying. Is Max Muncy a first baseman or second baseman? I don't know, but he's going to.
I'd say both.
Who else we got? Trey Mancini, if you count him as a first baseman or a DH, I could see him getting traded. Yuli Gurriel, I could see him staying. Dalbec, I could see him staying.
Right.
Yeah, honestly, Gio, to answer your question, I think like 9 out of the 10 are going to stay.
Right.
I think it'll be like the guys like Matt Olson and like not so much utility guys.
Right. Does this dude's voice deeper? I guess that was to me. I guess, yeah. Now Yankees shopping Luke Voit. Did you see Luke Voit playing? Yeah.
That's the question. Is because do you go for Voit or
of course,
do you?
Now they're already ready to dump him after he has one off year. It's like,
well, that's the thing. Is I mean, who do you keep, Rizzo or Voit? And that's the thing about the Yankees. They're literally
Voit. He's younger and like you don't have to pay him as much for right now.
But he strikes out a lot and only does his home runs. That's all.
Yeah, but his name's Luke, man. Come on.
But I
see what you're saying now. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yankees team are home run hitters. They're pretty much home run or strikeout. They're guys who are going to have 40 home runs, but then, have a low on base percentage and low average. And, people get mad about Boone. Well, it's Cashman's fault. He's giving an all or nothing lineup with these home run hitters. You need table setters. You need guys like Brandon Nimmo and these guys that are just going to take a walk and get a base hit.
Right. Let's see here. Luke does have a deep voice. I said, Rizzo wants to stay a Yankee. I agree. Yep. Hayden, who has more pressure in New York to perform, Yankees or Mets? I think that's pretty easy, but Hayden, you could take it away, man.
Honestly, I don't think it's – I mean, you got to look at it like this. Yankees are a team that are notorious for getting to the playoffs. They always have one thing that doesn't work for them.
It's like the Dodgers, yeah.
Whether it's health, needing just basic contacting hitters. That's what the Yankees need this offseason is go for a guy like Corey Seager, who's not going to be a power hitter, but will be a table setter and provide some contact. The Yankees, they're literally their whole lineup are home run hitters. That doesn't – I love home runs, but that's not going to win you games.
Nope.
I mean, it'll win you games, but then, like, in the playoffs, it'll win you games, but not in the regular season.
No.
Personally, I think it's questionable. I mean, the Mets have really been very relevant in baseball. The new ownership coming in, it's questionable what they're going to do with the president of baseball operations and the general manager role, as well as the regular manager role. So Mets got a lot of executive stuff to do this offseason, where the Yankees have to do a lot more, I guess, player stuff this season. So in terms of pressure, I guess player-wise, I'm going to go Yankees, executive Mets.
Yeah, but Brian Cashman has a lot of pressure on him because the Yankee fans are tired of no World Series.
And it is Cashman's fault because he
goes
Joey Gallo and Rizzo. Everyone's like, "Oh, Gallo's great. Yeah, he'll back 200 and hit like 5 and 20 home runs."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, hit like 190 and hit like 58 home runs, something like that. The nerd, like the baseball nerds, love him though. Yankees definitely. He's taking a little break here. Hayden, Yankees, Mets 4, Yankees 2. The Subway Series. Yep.
Mets took 4-2 against the Yankees. I think it was like 5.
You ever heard of this guy? Dude? He always comments about. He has this conspiracy theory that the Royals cheated in the 2015 World Series. So,
is there?
Maybe you want to explain that? Apparently that Salvador Perez has a substance or something. Yeah.
Right. Tell me more about that. I'd be interested.
Yeah. I think we'd like to hear that. Matt Zerby, hello, my friend. Half the Yankees fan base wants Correa. Ooh, I don't know. There's some bad blood there. Correa going to Queens in my head. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that is true though. Yeah, but they could put Correa third, as you said, I think earlier.
I don't think he ever said anything about wanting to be a shortstop. I don't think he really cares. I think he just wants the money. I mean, let's be real. Honestly, I think even if he goes to other teams, he'll be a Yankee. I mean, a shortstop. If he goes to the Yankees, he'll be a shortstop because that Urshela combination is not working for the Yankees. Yeah, I don't think there's anything about him wanting to be a shortstop. It's not like the whole Baez situation.
Or the Manny Machado situation of 2 years ago, right? Or 3 years ago now.
Perez had pine tar on his shin guard. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't really I haven't heard that, but that's an interesting analogy, I guess.
Yep. Oh, yeah, so like he was getting the ball and then throwing it back. That's interesting. Which is illegal in general. That's interesting. He did. He said he down the line, he goes to third base. I never heard that, bro. Crazy. Hey, Duke, link your video in here, maybe. Could you link that video? Because I think you uploaded a video. Yeah, there's a clip on this channel. I've seen that. Wow, Freddie Freeman double play. I'm sure you probably saw that like 10 minutes ago, Hayden, but,
What?
Well, the Freddie Freeman grounding a double play. Since you're so ahead of me.
Sir.
Yep. Who will the Phillies sign the free? Honestly, I can't really think of anybody off the top of my head, really, because I don't really think they're going to be all in on the big shortstop class. I'm kind of undecided about that. I think they're going to go for a low leverage starting pitcher. I could see them targeting a guy like Daniel Hudson for the bullpen. I think that'd be like their guy almost. I could see them maybe like not even necessary free agency, but I think that they can maybe swing a trade possibly as well. Because they do have some pieces to trade, but unfortunately, they're just giving away so many of their prospects in these trades. So that's the problem. So fortunately, free agency does kind of play a part in this now. But the relief pitching market and the like a one low average starting pitcher who's going to eat a lot of innings, almost like a Rick Porcello type guy. Of course, like not Rick Porcello because he's terrible. What the Phillies going to do with Alec Boehm? Well, yeah, he's working with Bobby Dickerson, the infield coach who's back now. And he was, really helped us in 2019, and our defense was, like pretty much at the top. So our infield defense was, and we left and took another nosedive. And he's working with Kevin Long, new hitting coach, who's wonderful, who transformed Monsoto to one of the best players in baseball, transferred Anthony Rendon into an MVP player. So I have a lot of confidence that Ekblom's going to be fine. I mean, he just had a rough start, and then I'm gonna say since July 1st. In 2021, he was very good to finish out the season. It wasn't. I'm not gonna say very good, but he was better. Offensively, he was. But defensively, he's awful all year. He's been a defensive liability his whole career. Did the Philly sports content steal your logo, Luke? No, he didn't. He's cool. It does look similar, but he just probably made by a certain similar guy. What about Conforto? Yeah, that's interesting. Hey, Hayden, maybe because I think maybe you kind of want to maybe add something to this, so you can.
This is my thing with Conforto. He's a very streaky guy.
Yep.
The analytics back it up. The reason that a lot of Conforto's stats look good at the end of the season is because he has a rough first half, and then he'll really boost it up in August, September. Conforto's a guy defensively. I have no complaints with him. He's a guy who, easily can have a great OAA in defensive run saved. He's a great Gold Glove candidate in right field. I don't know if you said maybe keep Bohm. Maybe okay. I think you're talking about Bohm. Honestly, he's a solid right fielder in my opinion. Offensively is the big concern. He really can't beat the shifts, and if MLB bans the shift, he could easily hit 500, 100%. He really couldn't go the other way this season, and he grounds into the shift every other hit. He has trouble getting going for that launch angle, keeping the ball in the air, constant ground outs into the second baseman. And that's the issue with Conforto. I understand, he's a lefty, and there's not many.
Too, I think a little bit in health issues.
Yeah, there's not many outfielders on the market, and two, there's not many lefties on the market. Personally, I think
you should just accept the qualifying offer and then reevaluate it.
I don't think it's a qualifying offer. The Mets said they're going to give him a qualifying
offer. Right.
Conforto wants $200 million. I think there's going to be a team to give it to him, but it's going to be some team that I don't picture it being the Phillies. I don't picture it being the Mets. Maybe a team like the Mariners, they have enough room in their luxury cap. I gave a brief explanation with the Mariners on one of my streams, but quickly, they're a team that
maybe the Blue Jays possibly. I'd say the Mariners are more likely though, but I agree with you.
Think about it.
They just gave a bunch of money to George Springer though, so that's why I say no.
That's the thing is the Mets Springer went for Conforto, and think about it with the Mariners, they're a young squad. Conforto was born out in Washington State.
I didn't think of that. I think, a
lineup that lacks a lot of left-handers. You throw Conforto a nice lefty in the top of that order, that works out well.
Right. That's a good point. Could keep Bowen, maybe move him to left. I don't agree with that. I'm sorry, man. That's the Hoskins in 2018 experiment all over again.
That ball is gone. Altuve.
Wow.
Center. 2-0.
I didn't see it yet. What team do you think MLB should expand? I think that the Tennessee Stars, I think, probably will become a team at some point. Or Nashville Stars, excuse me, in Tennessee. Gio, I keep hearing Montreal. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's another one too. I do think that there will be a team in Montreal within the next 10 years. Again, I guess. Right? Oh yeah, Jose Altuve. Yep. Hey, Luke, I'm trying to start posting again. Would you like to do a few collabs? Yeah, sure, man. I'll do that. Thoughts on Joe Buck announcing the World Series? Awful. He's a joke. I don't like it. He's just way past his prime. He's like a washed-up announcer. There was one. We need another left-handed bat and move him to left. I don't like all these moving in positions and everything because it just kind of messes with the guy's head. And, I don't know. We'll see. I dislike hearing Joe Buck. I agree. Fordo staying with the Mets. This is what this guy thinks. We just talked about that.
I could see something maybe. So the Mets are going to give Conforto a qualifying offer. He's going to reject it. He asked Scott Boras as an agent. I'm sure you know Boras. He works with Harper.
Yep, of course. Yep.
Pain in the behind. I respect him. He fights for his guys. He wants the best value in his.
He's kind of a pompous guy, but
yeah, that's true.
He's a businessman, but
I question what's going to go on with Conforto. Maybe I could see the Mets sitting down, Cullen and Boras and Conforto and whoever the next GM in operations is. Maybe they could do some like 1 year, 2 year, $18 million deal or something. Maybe. I don't know.
Right. The Astros, yep, boo. Phillies better win. I can't really comment on that, but I think Phillies will get Seager and one bullpen arm signed there. I do think they will get Hector Neris back. Bradley, I think, might stay too and trade for an outfielder. Yeah, I do. That's another thing I think they need. I think starting Marte would be a good fit. That's my solution for center. That's just my opinion. I hear you with Bohm. Well, maybe there's a DH and we won't have to worry about that, man. Hopefully I kind of hoping that there's a DH soon. Joe Buck is, yes, he's awful. Mets would be in the World Series right now if the All-Star game didn't ruin it. How did the All-Star game ruin it? Hayden?
Around the All-Star break is when they collapsed. A lot of the Mets relied on their pitching in the early first half. One of those guys being Taijuan Walker. In the All-Star game, Taijuan Walker gave up a home run to Mike Zunino, and then he pretty much got pretty fatigued following that. And, I mean, DeGrom got hurt pretty much around that time and missed the rest of the season. Stroman was fine, but, I mean, that's when, just everything went.
Yeah, right. The All-Star game did something. Boras has Harper, Bohm, and Reese. Yep.
Good luck.
Yeah, right. I know. He's try listening to him doing football. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Remember what is that? Mitchell. You ever see that thing? He said Mitchell 10 times. Mitchell. He's like the worst announcer ever, dude. He really is awful.
He just has no enthusiasm.
Yeah. Jose Altuve has 24 postseason home runs. Yeah, actually, you're not far off from that. Honestly, you're very close. I think Altuve can be a Hall of Famer. I think he has a chance, especially if he can get another ring. I could definitely see Marte, man. Yeah, I agree with that. Steinbrenner, what are your thoughts, Hayden? I think he's a fraud. I guess he was a fraud.
He's been in this business for the Yankees for a while, so I don't know. Listen,
George Steinbrenner was great, though.
Yeah, listen, the Yankees.
Not a nice guy, but good at what he did.
Listen, Yankees have different expectations than all the other teams. They get to the season every year, which is success. They just don't get their main goal, which is the World Series. If the Mets made the World Series and got out in the wild card division, I'd consider that a successful offseason. But at some point, you can make the offseason. You can make the postseason. My apologies. You can make the postseason.
Like the Yankees. Yeah. Yeah.
In the World Series.
Yep.
Cycle.
Exactly. Yep. As you just said it with the Yankees. Yep. Because it kind of just loses its flavor after a while. Yep. Jose Alvarez, stay or trade? Yeah, trade, please.
Yeah, Alvarado's pretty light.
I know you wanted Marte at the deadline. Yeah, I did. You're correct about that. Amazing Mets, the 72 series. I don't know much about because didn't they start in 69, right? That was their first year.
62.
62.
They
won in 69. That's why I thought the 60. Yeah.
First
yeah.
one.
I knew it was sometime in the 60s. Dale Strawberry. Yep.
Legend.
Yep. Yeah, he's Mitchell. Yep. Yeah, that was the worst call ever. I think the Mets are getting back Baez. Are getting Baez back. Hold on for a second. 200 plus. Braves are going to get worse. The Marlins ain't doing nothing. Nats tanking. Yeah, the Nats are just.
I'm not giving Baez $200 million. That's way too much. I would love that. Honestly, Baez is going to get 150. Max I would work with is 170, in my opinion. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, Braves, I could see getting somewhere. I mean, imagine what this team would look like if they had Acuna back.
I know. Yeah.
Soroka. So Braves, I wouldn't completely count on the Braves. They're still a team. Marlins are getting better. Are they postseason ready? No. But they're having guys that are ready. They have a lot of Rookie of the Year candidates. Their prospects are all getting called up. You have, pretty much their nice rotation being set up.
Right.
Guys like Chaz Chisholm, Lewis Brinson, Luis Diaz. A lot of these guys will be nice for them in the future. Miguel Rojas, Isan Diaz. These guys have a lot of athleticism, a lot of speed, and it's going to get them somewhere. They have a great staff, in my opinion. Nice young core. Edward Cabrera, Senny Alcantara, Sixto Sanchez, Jesus Sanchez. They got some stuff going there. And yeah, Nationals, I mean, it's pretty much Juan Soto and
that's it. Yeah, and well, Josh Bell, he's kind of inconsistent. He's a nice switch hit first baseman. I mean, I'd say he's all right. I'm surprised Rizzo didn't trade him at the deadline, really. And then with Joshua Gray and Ruiz, all these young guys like Keyboom. Yeah, Howe is not his father. Yeah, and the Acuna stay healthy. Jock Rosario and Soler wouldn't have come over. Plus, they're gonna lose one of them. Yep, you're right. Marlins are a few years away. Yep, I agree. Nationals built their farm at last season. Yeah, I agree and disagree with that. I mean, they built a good amount of it, but I don't think they're done. The John Lester. Do you remember the John Lester trade? Dude, what they got back for that with the Cardinals?
I don't. I know a lot of the Nationals farm system grew for the Dodgers, Turner, and Scherzer. That's where they got Reese, Gray. That's where they mainly grew.
Yeah. Marlins have 3 years to be a real full contender. Bryson Scott is a future stud for us. I hope so, man. Because I feel like we've just heard that so much with this organization, and it never happens. So that our prospects, Dominic Brown and Scott Kingery. I feel like Bryson Scott does have more hype, which gives me hope, I guess. Which team has the best and worst farm? I'd say the best probably has what would you say? I'm gonna say maybe the I'd say I think the Tigers have one of the best, don't you think, Hayden?
According to MLB Pipeline, it's the Orioles.
The Orioles, yeah. I don't think the Mariners have a bad one either, do they?
Mariners have a great one.
Yeah, Mariners. Yep.
The good ones, I don't know exactly who is the best. Mariners, Marlins, Rays.
Yeah, I was gonna say Rays. I just wasn't sure or not.
The top 3 Pirates.
Yep.
Orioles. Those are 5. I think the worst one.
It's probably the Angels.
I think it was the White Sox. I think Phillies were 26.
Yep, 20. Yeah, I think they're 27th, but yeah, close
27.
enough.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I think 30 was the White Sox, which is okay because they do have a lot of young guys. So now you pretty much want to build up that farm system.
Right. Yeah, we have no farm system.
I've been there.
Yeah, I'm really high on Scott. Yeah, me too. Zach Greinke is on his game. Yeah, well, I said this. I said in my game recap, I said I could see him going 2 innings and getting pulled early, or I could see him doing something like this, Hayden? You just don't know it, this guy. Basically every team that sucks, yeah. Oh no, look who's here. I think we need to boot him out. No. Rob Manfred.
Make sure the CBA goes and MLB.
Are you worried about that? Yeah, that's another thing. Are you worried about that?
Yes, because honestly, I question. It could happen, but if it happens, MLB is going to have literally no money left. MLB literally said that I think they said before the 2021 season started, that if it started 2 months later, then no teams would have money. You know how much money these teams lost in 2020?
Right.
I don't know. I mean, can they afford to lose? I mean, they can't have another 60-game season. They can't. These teams are going to run out of money. I mean, how are they going to get their revenue?
Right. Yep. So do you think that there's going to be baseball at the start of opening day next year? I think there will.
I hope.
There's got to be. I mean,
I mean,
the schedule and everything.
Maybe spring training can get delayed, but then that's also I don't know.
2 seasons in a row we're kind of unsettled about the next start of the season. That's kind of annoying. Because last year we weren't really sure.
It's unfortunate.
Nothing we can do about it, though. Just got to just sit back. I don't think it will, because honestly, they always figure it out. And like as you said, they're in an enormous amount of pressure to get it done. That's what gives me hope. But your gut tells you that there's going to be everything's going to be fine.
No, but in my head, I'm telling myself it'll be fine. But in reality,
yeah. They're keep it up. NHL going to pass them, and that will really suck. Yeah, good point.
have to figure it out.
Yeah. Should they reduce the regular season back to 154? It's only 8 games, but
yeah, I don't think it's gonna make much of a difference, to be honest.
Yeah. I know it's really early, but who are the all-stars from Mets and Phillies in 2022 in LA? Harper. I want to say Remuda, but he probably will because he always gets in. Wheeler. Maybe you see Alec make it.
Oh.
But there's a lot of candidates. I mean, maybe Reese if he has a great. I'm using a lot of names here, but maybe Aaron Noel if he bounces back. That's pretty much it for me. How about you?
Alonso, I think, is a clear choice. Jacob DeGrom. Alonso. Easily, I could see McNeil making it if he stays healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Lindor, Baez, Nimmo.
Right.
Realistically, who do I think are the best two? Alonso and DeGrom.
Right. Hayden, you missed Zach Ware on the Mets?
Just remember, Brody Van said that Rick Porcello and Michael Walker have a better value than Wheeler, so that's what I got to live with. Honestly, whatever. There's nothing.
Wait, who said that again?
Brody Van Wagenen, who used to be the Mets GM.
Oh yeah.
Devil. He pretty much traded away Jared Kelenic and pretty much let Wheeler walk and said that Porcello and Walker have better value than him, pretty much. And that's how it floated.
Yeah, he was an idiot, that guy.
He was. I can, but at least you guys got a new ace.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, he's probably better than Noah.
Yeah, I'm kind of nervous. I honestly, now we're talking about it again with the CBA. I'm kind of nervous that something's going to happen because there's not the ownership. The relationship between the owners and the players can be worse and the commissioners can be worse right now.
Yeah.
I have a feeling they're going to get something done.
I think so. I just don't think they could lose any more money. I mean, unless these teams are unless they're gonna get bailed out by, I don't know. So currently, we are in commercial break for this game. Doc Peterson, who obviously was getting tonight's start instead of Jorge Soler, just grounded out to a 6-4-3 double play or a 5-4-3 double play.
All right. Wait. I don't think the season will get shut down. I think the MLB, PO, and owners will deal something. I agree. They can't because, dude, they're going to lose so much more money in the long run. They can't do it. They can't do it. Honestly, the fans are going to start a revolt too. People are going to be so irate, especially after what happened in 2020. They're in an enormous amount of pressure to get something done. They'll do it. 2 words: Arm Barnes. Thoughts? I'm trying to think about what this. Hayden, do you know what this is?
Arm barn? No, I don't know.
I have no idea. Please explain.
Oh yeah, they wanted to like rename that the bullpen or something.
Oh.
I can care less.
Yeah. I never heard of that. I kind of get it, but I never heard of that before. How? Why isn't? I don't understand that. Zach Greinke's night is over.
Really?
Yeah.
What's his pitch count?
Doesn't say it.
Really? You're taking him
Yeah.
out?
I don't agree with that at all.
Yeah.
17 likes.
Who you throw in? You put in Christian Javier, maybe. I mean, who's leading off then?
Yeah. Hold on. Alvarez right now.
2-2 count to Alvarez, and he will foul that one off.
It's so stupid. Look up the ESPN article. Yeah.
Obviously, we have some football coming on tomorrow.
Yeah. I was watching the Penn State because that's where I'm going. That's where I'm going to school, Penn State. I just was watching the I just committed there. I just watched I was watching the Ohio State Penn State game.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's a good school.
Yeah, thanks, man. It's so stupid. Look at the ESPN article. Yeah. I'll have to look at that. Luke, have you ever been on to any other stadiums besides Citizens Bank Ballpark? Yeah, Citizens Bank Park. Yeah, I was just I was at Nationals Park this summer. I've been to Cincinnati Great American Ballpark. I've been to PNC Park, not for a game, but just for a tour. I've been to Fenway, and I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm going for communications. I want to go into sports communications.
Same.
Yeah, thanks, man. What's your favorite stadium? Well, it's going to be biased, but I think you know the answer to that. Citizens Bank Park. Yeah, I think like mine biased. Okay, my like if you take away CBP, I'm going to say maybe it's Nats Park is actually really nice. I will say that. Walgreens Park is actually really nice, but I mean, I'm trying to think. I mean, PNC probably is up there. Man, that's nice. Like the view of that city, man. Like the bridge and stuff, man. That's like. Have you ever seen that before? It's
What?
like PNC Park, like the batter's eye view, man. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I think my favorite ballpark. I've been to Citi Field. I've been to Yankee Stadium. I've been to Lone Depot, Marlins, Tropicana, Camden, and I've been to Fenway, but it wasn't for a game.
Yeah, I was at Fenway too. Yeah,
high school trip. Out of all the parks I've been to, Lone Depot Park is nice. I will say that. It was a nice stadium. Ushers were very friendly there. You can get close up. Great ballpark. It opened a good amount of time. But overall, I don't know. I think Camden Yards is a nice stadium. Has a nice layout. Very friendly there. Camden's good. I mean, if you want to go historic, Wrigley's pretty nice. Fenway.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go to Chase. Chase Field is pretty nice from what I've seen.
Yeah, I like how they have the pool out there though, man. That's kind of cool. That's what kind of interests me about that. I'm going to communications as well. That's cool. You never been to the ballpark in Pittsburgh? Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, that's PNC. That's PNC. Yep. So I have been there. Ray Stadium and Well, actually, I've been outside of Tropicana Field. I've never been in. So technically, I guess I've been there, but I never went inside. I just took a picture outside. And also, I'd driven by Kauffman Stadium, which is the Kansas City Royals. That's kind of a dump, you know, that stadium. There's like a fountain in, I think it's like left center field or something like that. They have like that big crown for their on top of their whatever it is, the Jumbotron. going on in this game?
So still, 2 outs, 2-2 count here. Kyle Tucker at the dish, and that'll be a base hit down to center field. And that will not be an out. That ball will be in. Kyle Wright throwing the slider just past the glove of Alvarez. Peterson, the center fielder, will grab that. Duvall will grab that.
Yep.
We'll have on with 2 outs for Yuli Gurriel.
I want to visit all 30 stadiums. That is my bucket list. That'd be cool. Yeah. I think you could there's a package you could do that, I think.
Yeah.
And anything is possible with money. So, Hayden, you want to maybe call it a day here in maybe 10 minutes or so? Call it a stream?
Whatever works for you, man.
Yeah. It's been a fun night here, talking some baseball.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the Truist Park?
Truist? I've never been there, but it seems like a nice ballpark.
Kind of a weird name.
It's named after the bank. Yeah, it's. I've never been there. I want to go there.
Yeah, same.
Maybe I'll go up there if the Mets come down there, or maybe if there's another event here.
Yeah. Have you ever had a Philly cheesesteak? Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've had tons of them. Yep.
Pretty good.
Yep. They're very good. I love them.
Philly has good pizza. I will say that.
Philly. Yeah. They're also known for their pizza too. How many NFL stadiums you been to? 0.
That life. Jets and Panthers, 2018. Panthers back at the Cam Newton era. Maybe I'll go to a Buccaneers game. We'll see Tom Brady in Tampa Bay.
Right.
Do that one day.
All right.
That'll be interesting. But yeah, definitely more of a baseball guy. Obviously.
Oh yeah, same here.
Pertains to baseball, but definitely definitely enjoy football.
Right. You see my new video about Trevor Bauer getting caught up by Dave Roberts. I saw the thumbnail. I just haven't had a chance to look at it yet, but I'm assuming it's something good. I like all that drama. How happy are you that the Mets whiffed on Bauer?
Pretty happy. I was never crazy about Bauer in the offseason. If anyone goes back to my old videos, said I wanted him, but he wasn't my top priority.
Right.
Other pitchers I wanted. I was more happy. Call me crazy, but I was more happy getting Walker and re-signing Stroman than Bauer.
Right. Oh, man, old Rick Kranitz. He used to be our pitching coach.
I know the Braves have, I think, the Astros, one of their hitting coaches is Brian Snitker's brother, I think.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah, someone told me that in one of my streams. I was like, huh.
It's kind of weird.
So we will see, obviously. Another low-scoring game, 2-0. Astros are trying to work something up. They have runners on the corners with 2 outs against Kyle Wright. It seems Kyle Wright is you would like to get out of this inning if you're Kyle Wright and finish this game with only giving up 2 runs and 6 hits.
Yeah.
That would be pretty adequate for them. So we will see. Is Marwin Gonzalez guy who's bench bat, not really much at bats, much plate experience. We will see. Can he break open this game for the Astros with maybe 1 hit, drive in a run?
All right. see.
Obviously, Wright is
Well,
out Gurriel at first base stealing. He's been throwing off, trying to pick him off.
right. Trevor, one of the Dodgers anyway. Yep. Good stream. Thank you. How can you stream if you guys don't have 1K subs? Oh, you could still stream. It has to be with like a desktop, right? And has to be with like a laptop or a
You just use like a StreamYard or something.
yeah, StreamYard. Yep.
I mean, I always use StreamYard. I do
Mhm.
a lot of streams on it regularly.
You just can't do it on mobile, I don't think, can you?
I think you actually can.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, I think I've never done a stream on my phone, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I haven't either. I think once you get to 1K subs, you could do it on your mobile phone. Like you could don't even have to use StreamYard.
Or that's for like the YouTube. Yeah.
I don't understand why YouTube has like those rules.
Everyone has their own rules, I guess.
I kind of like how they allow you to post now. Like when you could like have them write in post, like you could like make a post. I kind of like that. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's cool.
Hmm.
It's always good to have. So we will see. Obviously, a slow fifth inning for, I guess, just overall for the Braves pitching in the Astros lineup is getting up there. They're putting some pressure on the Braves, especially Kyle Wright. 2-1 count here. Sets the pitch, and that'll be fouled off. So 2-2 count.
Hmm. What's it like watching the Braves in the World Series as a Phillies fan? I don't know. I remember it kind of just reminds me of the Nationals 2 years ago, so I'm kind of used to it. I don't really care.
Yeah.
I don't like them, but you know.
Yeah, I mean,
I'd be lying to you if I said I didn't like them. I'd be lying to you if you said I'd be lying to you if I said I did like them. Excuse me. How about that World Series last year with the Dodgers and the Rays? Man, that was like such a. Would you even call that a Mickey Mouse World Series?
I don't know. It's kind of tough. I mean, it's also hard to play during those times. I mean, the uncertainty of your lineup. I mean, not knowing if the season's going to get shut down. I think you have to give some props to them on that.
Right. I have a question, Hayden. I guess.
Hayden, same question. What?
Yeah, I guess she's gonna ask it.
Oh. So let's see. We got a good game rolling. And of course, obviously, forgot to say they did get out of that inning. So let's see.
All right. Oh yeah.
What's it like watching the World Series as a Mets fan? Like I said, same thing. Watching the Nationals 2019. Honestly, I really don't care. I mean, it's not like it was a team that beat the Mets in earlier rounds. Braves, they did what they needed to do. They were struggling at the trade deadline. They had to act Laguna. It was a big hole in their offense. They were not hitting. They called Kansas City, got Soler, called Cleveland, got Rosario, called Chicago, got Peterson, and they got some outfielders that could provide some offense. And it sparked their pitching staff got healthy. Ian Anderson came back. Fried started to turn it around, and they were able to battle back in late August, September.
Yep. That's all it took.
So, you know, that's what you really would like to see any executive front office really look at being successful.
All right. Yep. So, all right. Well, Hayden, man, thank you so much for coming on. I really, really appreciate it, man. This is a fun stream. Yeah. So, guys, soon to watch this live stream. Please subscribe if you haven't done it yet. Please turn the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies HOU Instagram, Telegram, Instagram. Card text 267-225-2292. Email me, phillieshou@gmail.com. Please go and subscribe to Hayden's channel as well. This Mets Talk with Hayden. Hayden, I'm going to say it again, man. Thank you so much for coming on and taking the time. So we'll hopefully do this again soon.
Absolutely. I appreciate it, man.
All right, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.